With gas prices soaring to $3 a gallon with no sign of a decline, just how much are you spending at the pump?
$45.
About $50. $60 to $80 a week. This truck?
Yeah.
2 times a week. $25 to $30.
So does this hit to your wallet make you consider public transportation and its connection to sustainability?
No. Nope, absolutely not.
As unpopular as public transportation may seem, it does offer great benefits, such as saving more than 855 million gallons of gas per year. For students here at Umass Lowell, public transportation saves them time, money, and aggravation. But are students really aware of what Umass Lowell is offering?
Shuttle bus service that we run during the day inter-campus between north, south, and east. And it's a day service that begins at 7:15 in the morning until 6 p.m. Those are the white buses that you see with the logo that says Umass Lowell.
With all the public transportation possibilities that Umass Lowell has, the real question is, are students utilizing these facilities?
We have an average of about 1,000 students a month that use the bus, which is excellent.
Even though the number of riders are steadily increasing, Marie Gain has an overall message to the students and faculty here at Umass Lowell.
For all of you maybe watching, take the shuttle.
Umass Lowell is working with the Lowell Regional Transit Authority to improve the connections and expand multiple routes in the city while also providing more frequent shuttle buses from the station to either campus. When meeting with John Whitaker and Bob Eady of the LRTA, we learned that most students are unaware their shuttle buses provide free services when showing your student ID, and monthly passes can be bought here at Umass Lowell. Lowell, a city historically known for its continuous efforts in bettering its public transportation systems, has recently finished its latest project, the Robert B. Kennedy Bus Transfer Center at the LRTA. The new Kennedy Bus Terminal is located directly across from the Charles A. Gallagher Transportation Terminal for the commuter rail. This new bus terminal offers easier access for those using multiple means of transportation. With all these advances in public transportation at UML and the Lowell area, what can be done at the state level to get more people to take advantage of our train and subway systems?
Nationally, when it comes to federal dollars, about 90 to 95% of what we spend is highways and airports. About 5% is urban transit, and 2% goes into our national rail passenger system.
If Americans used public transportation at the same rate as Europeans for roughly 10% of their daily travel needs, the U.S. would reduce its dependence on imported oil by 40% yearly. But will government aid really change the way Americans view public transportation? Michael Dukakis, former governor and strong transit advocate, shared some final thoughts on ways to gain riders.
Cleaning it up, managing it well, marketing it effectively, making sure that it's safe and efficient is an important part of this. The better your public transportation system, the more people are going to ride it. The more people who ride it, the fewer people are going to have to get into cars.
Ultimately, if it weren't for public transportation, there would be thousands more cars on the road. You would spend hours more driving in or out of the city because congestion would be far worse than it already is. So even if you don't ride public transit, you still use it and it is still working for you.
Here in my car, I feel safest of all. I can lock all my doors and it's the only way I live in cars. Here in my car, I can only receive. I can listen to you and it keeps me stable for days in cars.
Imagine living on just $2 a day. For the average college student, this is the price of our morning coffee. But for the villagers of the Andean Peru, living on that meager amount is a harsh reality. Here at the University of Massachusetts at Lowell, students aren't just imagining living in these conditions. They are working to improve them through the Peru Project, one of several service-based projects here on campus. Since July of 1997, students and faculty have been participating in a group project with the villages surrounding Huarmey, Peru.
We now have systems in 27 different villages, and we've had like 75 different people, some more than once, but 75, mostly students from here, undergraduates and graduate students. And most of the systems have been designed by students and installed ideally by the students.
The Peru Project has brought lighting, hand radios, and vaccine refrigerators to the medical clinics, as well as water pumping and purification systems to the villages. They've also designed prosthetic limbs for individuals and have helped people set up their own businesses in fishing markets and making and renting lamps.
The capstone basically was the design of a prosthetic leg for a 12-year-old girl. Actually, she was 14 at the time in Peru, who had lost her leg above the knee. So it was just to provide her with a much better leg. I went down before we even found that project. We actually met the girl when we were down there and then decided to take that project on because there was other projects we could have chose from, like water pump system, and there was a need for a tool sterilizer, things like that.
Me and my group are doing a project for the Peru, and we're doing a headlamp and a lantern. Their electricity comes from solar panels. And we're basically building them a business that they can have and take over. The lanterns are meant for more household applications, just to light a little house. And the lanterns are meant for more like field work at night because they have potatoes and different crops there that they could really use working at night. And the headlamps also are good for the kids because they can do homework. So.
The students of the College of Engineering at UML are provided with a closer-to-home service learning opportunity through the SLICE project.
I think it's important to understand that what SLICE is SLICE is an acronym, and it stands for Service Learning Integrated throughout a College of Engineering. And that's what makes it a little bit unique to other service learning programs. With SLICE, it's integrated throughout the entire curriculum, meaning that it is just an ordinary part of the everyday experience of the engineering student. The goal is that every student in engineering at Umass Lowell will have at least one service learning project every single semester for their entire time here. I love the connections with the community. I like taking the professors out to look at proposed projects and see whether they would be a fit for their course. I enjoy taking the students out to the community if they're looking at something that they're going to be doing, introducing the community folks to them, having community folks come in. I think that community connection is sort of the most fun part for me.
Having participated in these efforts, the students and faculty are all benefiting, not just educationally, but personally as well.
I think we chose because it was like it actually affected like a real person, and it was kind of a cool like motivation to be able to work on a project that you knew was going to actually have a use instead of just something that you were just working on for the grade.
It's a good feeling to know that what you're doing is going to a good cause and going to people that are less fortunate. It's definitely rewarding knowing that you're doing something good for people that need it.
We live in the community, work in the community. We should be part of that. We should be citizens contributing to the welfare of the people around us. And so that's kind of the philosophy behind it.
For more information on service learning here at UMass Lowell, please visit slice.uml.edu.